Crazy. Now you can hear us? Oh, you can. Look that.
Hello, hello, hello! Anybody watching the replay because no one's here yet. Let's see. I'm posting to Facebook right now that we're going live.
I was going to try to pull up a couple pictures. It says that you posted that we're live.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to all the groups that you want, the ones I'm into.
Okay.
I know it's issues now. Has an issue all day now. It's glitching because I'm on camera.
And you can't scratch it? And I think that's what they say, is you can't scratch it.
I bet I commented on another post. That's what the notification.
It says that there's no audio, but I'm sure we're streaming audio.
Uh-oh.
I'm not really sure. Is the audio streaming?
Can you hear us, Amber or other Nathan? Okay, they can. Amber says they can hear. So.
That's good. I didn't know if it was gonna
work or not.
Well, it looks like it's working on OBS, but when I come over here to YouTube, it tells me that the audio bitrate is lower than recommended at 0, and so that means usually there's no audio. So. It's been a morning already.
Yeah, Nathan, the microphone wasn't working, so he had to take that off right before, but he just had to restart the computer at 11:55 because nothing was loading right. And, it's really been...
I restarted the computer for the second time this morning.
I wasn't back here for the first time.
When I did what I know is an absolute no-no, and I updated OBS right before I went live, and that probably was the real big mistake I made.
Yeah, you know better than that. Why would you do that?
I do know better than that. I don't know. There's your chat if you're...
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, we popped you. No, Amber, the chicken's not broody. She never sat on those eggs. She's out in front of the pen right now scratching, which is fine with me. Cause I didn't show you the condition of those. Some of those eggs, they were covered in yolk because of either she had accidentally broken eggs or the other had broken eggs. And when I had pulled Broody hen out of the nest last night, there was an egg attached to her skin because she has pulled all of her feathers out, and there was an egg stuck to her skin. But I pulled her out, and the egg yolk just went down my jacket and my pants and made a mess. And I never found any broken shells or anything, so I don't know where that came from. But it was just a big mess. So I'm gonna leave her in there for today. Just a breaker of it, and then probably put her back in the pen tomorrow. But she was, when I pulled those eggs out, I found, I don't know how many broken ones in the nest. In total, I had 9 broken eggs in all the eggs that I found yesterday.
Yesterday wasn't a good egg day?
No. I mean, I got a whole bunch of eggs, but I think I got 13. I got 13 eggs with no cracks, and then 9 eggs that had cracks. So in total, I had more good eggs than bad eggs. Uh,
I don't like to collect eggs when you're trying to get somebody to stay in the nest, though, because I have a hard time telling which ones are which. So I think that I would like to just move to just using an incubator, like Samson Farmer said he's got eggs in the incubator, but
we don't have an incubator.
I don't have an incubator, but that's what I think I'd like to go to, so that I can do that.
Yeah, I don't know. We have had a couple hens go broody. Last year I tried, and that was a mess with the other chickens eating their eggs. But 3 or 4 years ago,
It's just 3.
we had a hen go broody. She ended up hatching 3 chicks, and 2 of them survived to adulthood, a male and a female. He has 3 incubators. Are you jealous? I don't know where we would put those.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Someplace farm kid one couldn't get to it.
Which isn't very many places.
Morning. Back to roots, Dad.
Hello.
Wait, I should have put my glasses on.
Wow. I didn't realize you had big incubators. I think those are big incubators. I looked at getting one of those, like the cabinet incubators, but never having one, it seems like that's a big first step into incubators. So, I don't know. I've looked a couple different times at getting them. I've looked at getting the little Bracinos, or however you say it. And I don't know. I've never actually done it. I don't know. Probably one of these days I'll break down and do it. But almost all of our chickens, we go to Tractor Supply. I'm giving my secret away. It's not really a huge secret, but I just go to Tractor Supply and I keep an eye on, well, Tractor Supply or Family Farm and Home or Rural King, or wherever you insert your local big box store, feed store.
Hey, Crystal's Texas
I
Garden.
just wait till they go on clearance and then I buy them. Like last year, I was in the next town over, and my dad had been there the day before, and he said the chicks were on clearance for $1. So I asked him, well, how much would it be a piece if I just buy the whole tank? They're like 25 cents. So there was 52 meat chickens in that pen, and some of them were fairly young still, which I'd rather have just the older ones, but because there's a couple of advantages to this. They're already feathered, so you can put them outside. Tractor Supply or whatever has already eaten the loss, because the ones that are not as hardy, or they're gonna die. So they're assuming that cost, and they're already fed up until a couple weeks, so you don't have that feed cost. So you don't have to worry about keeping them as warm. So that's my trick to getting cheap chicks, I guess, just waiting to go on clearance. But yeah, at 25 cents a piece, it's hard to hatch them out at that price, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how Tractor Supply or other places make money off those chicks, because yeah, I know how it goes, Amber, because I've been making more pizza and stuff. I make pizza once a week, and yeah, once you get in there, it's hard to respond to videos.
You can keep talking now.
Okay. Is Is Newcastle disease code for something else?
No.
Oh, okay, I don't know what Newcastle disease.
It's a chick disease.
I missed this. I have no idea what that is. Huh. Yeah, I mean that's the downside of buying stuff that bringing animals into your farm. That you don't know what they have. So that I mean, I'll be back.
For now. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Just shut off.
No, we're back, but
Hopefully.
I think, but I don't. Not sure for how long.
Yeah, they're just watching the GoPro here, and all of a sudden it just started powering off. So I don't know. So yeah, that's a big advantage to hatching your own. You're not bringing any new germs onto your farm or homestead, and that's the risk you take, I guess. I hadn't told Nathan this, but I'm thinking about either hatching new chicks out or buying new pullets and keeping them separate from the chickens that we have currently, and then this fall, like October or November, just butchering all those that we have, because we have so many problems with them eating eggs, and it's just... The other day, one of the chickens laid an egg out in the grass they're in our yard. They laid an egg out in the yard instead of the nesting box, which I don't know why, but the chicken did. And three other chickens were over there pecking at the egg. Now it wasn't supposed to be in the yard, but we had such a terrible time with them. And yeah, if you're looking for a specific breed, hatching your own would be a definite advantage to that. Some of the breeds I want are rather expensive, but I've never actually done that. I've looked at lavender orpingtons before, and some of the other breeds. I was looking at Meyer Hetry, and some of those birds, if you get them and they're a little bit older, they're really expensive. But sometimes that's all you can find, and I'm not paying $25 for one chicken. It's just not happening.
Not unless you're setting up a program like that where you're gonna start hatching your own out.
Yeah, there's a farm out in California that I like. I follow. I like their practices. I follow them on Instagram, but
Hey, autism in the garden pitch, Stanley.
I can't hardly justify spending.
I think I saw you once this morning already.
For art, what we do, I can't justify spending that much on chicks. I mean, we eat the eggs. We've never purposely hatched any out and sold any chicks. So it's not like I can't justify the cost personally. But sometimes I can be rather cheap. I'll keep talking until it goes off, I guess. So Nathan's pulled some pictures up here, and he'll show when he gets back. But spring has definitely started on our farm. We have several new additions in the last 2 weeks. I mean, 4 of them are from the same animal, or the kittens. We have kittens. And I don't know what day exactly they were born. It's probably been about 2 weeks. Or maybe she had them just before our last live stream. But those kittens are huge now. They've more than double the size. It's amazing. It's amazing to me how fast new babies grow. And, over the winter when we don't really have any new babies, it's you're not thinking about it. So in the springtime again, I'm always surprised.
I'm going to take the camera down when we do the pictures. So there won't be audio either. Or we can try to set up some other audio.
Okay, Nathan's gonna try to get the microphone working again for we can still talk while he's showing the pictures. We're having technical difficulties this morning, but hopefully my tech support guy can get it figured out. Hi, Narrow Waveform. I just noticed you. 6 loaves of sourdough and they only last 2 days? Whoo! You must have more flour on hand than I do. I used the last of my flour last night to make our pizza. That was an interesting pizza crust because I used almost a pound of spelt flour, and because that's what I had. I had spelt flour and I had like only a cup of white flour, so it was, and it's definitely. When I went to the grocery store, there wasn't very much flour, and I had to run to Dollar General. Was that 2 days ago, maybe? And the only kind of flour they had was self-rising flour, and we were gonna. Well, I guess I had a cup and a fourth of the white flour because I saved that off for comedians tomorrow because we don't have any crackers, so I'm gonna make some. Attempt to make some. I should make a video about that. Steve, I don't know if Nathan will have time to get it edited and upload. He's been a little bit busy.
I got this live stream, and then tomorrow I have the church's live stream, and that one's been the one that's been taking all my time. But I think that I got the audio changed out. Hopefully it wasn't too noisy when we did that. I lost chat again, didn't I?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Oh, that's big.
I'll send him out. I'll send him out to your house, Amber. Well, let's see. Oh, I was just thinking about that yesterday. We're planning on coming to the Homesteading Life Conference there in Missouri in August, if I still have it. So, I mean, I don't think you're real close to Hannibal, Missouri, but it's a whole lot closer than our house. So. But yesterday, there was a church down in Columbus that I don't know how much. He asked you a couple questions anyway. That our pastor had given Nathan his information and said that if Nathan had time, he'd help him. So he got his first thing of over the phone technical support.
All right, so the camera is going to go down because it's not working right, and I think it's a setting I changed. So the camera's going to go down. We shouldn't lose audio now. So I want to show you these pictures.
And I'll keep talking because Nathan's going to be working on the camera, I guess. Okay, ready? So this is Little Mother.
Play this video.
Okay.
I think that the audio will capture too.
Oh, you don't have to really play the video. I mean, I don't know. You can just show the picture if you...
You just want that.
Okay. This is Little Mother. she got that name because she looks like her mother, so I just called her Little Mother. But those are the 4 kittens. You can see the orange and white one. Then she had a tiger one and a black one and a white and gray one. But the computer's freaking out over here.
I didn't even do anything yet.
So that's Little Mother and her new litter of kittens. I guess they're not like super new anymore, but they're a couple weeks old. And then these are our radishes. Excuse me. In the back, well, towards the board in the corner there's there. Those are radishes we're planning on eating. And then in the front, that giant cluster of radishes. The giant cluster of radishes is I think they're daikon radishes. I'll let those get a little bit bigger. We're gonna use them as a sod busting radish just to because this was yard last year when we put the greenhouse up, and we never really did much to the garden beds. Those were just kind of a hurried addition. So that front cluster is just where they came up really well. You can see like farther down in that same row, there's more radishes, but they're much more sparse. I'm not sure. We didn't have a very good germination rate on those radishes because you can see all the holes where radishes should be up on the top. And I just took those quick this morning.
Hey, she's going to be excited she made it to the slideshow because I know you included some stuff for her. So.
Hi, Leanna. It's extremely dry. It needs watered. I didn't have a chance to this morning, so I'll go out after this live stream's over and go water. But you can see those radishes are supposed to be spaced like every 2 inches or something, and you can definitely see that they're not every 2 inches. So yeah, I'm gonna take what I get though, and be happy with it because I can't change it. So okay, I think we're ready to go to the next picture.
Well, I got it over here so you can do that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't. And then those are our 2 cabbages. There's turnips planted in that grass, but I haven't really seen a good showing on that. And that was just a test to see how well those turnips would do without fine soil. And
they didn't do real well.
It doesn't seem like they did very well, which was just a test. And I'm not upset about that at all. I'm happy for probably almost 9 months now. And that's all they didn't grow this winter, and they just finally started taking off this last week. So I'm just gonna take the cabbage leaves and we'll just have those with a meal, which when they get bigger, I'm not upset about that either. And then here's my peas. Next to the cattle panel, I planted 18 pea plants, and then in the front, those are more of the daikon radishes that I planted just as for sod busting. And I'll pull all those daikon radishes on this side before I plant my sweet potato plants, and then that'll be my first wave of sweet potato plants. Well, actually, I might do my sweet potato plants on the other side and leave these radishes because the peas will still be producing when we can plant the first sweet potatoes. So I'm thinking about trying to plant sweet potatoes on both sides of my greenhouse this year.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Steady said.
Ready to go to the next one then?
Yep. And then here's another shot. You can see the peas though. Well, I can't point to them on the camera because you know.
Just you can use the little cursor. That's.
That's showing up. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the cursor is showing up, but it's really tiny.
So here's one pea, and then you can see like there's peas throughout the. And I've never grown peas. They're really interesting to see how they come up. They're way different looking than any other plant. Because like we planted green beans, but they're still way different beast, I guess. And then right behind the pea trellis is beets that are just starting to come up. Can you spot the calf there? That's our new addition. This let's see, he was born Probably about a week ago.
There's 2 shots.
Yeah, there's 2 I wasn't sure which one showed up better. It's the other one that shows up better.
Yeah.
But he was born about a week ago. He was born really premature. I'm not sure what happened. His mom is a 4-year-old. I don't know. But he was born, he's only weighs like 40 or 45 pounds when he was born. He was really premature. But he's up and going now. It took a couple of days of intense, I don't know if he's going to make it or not, but it looks like so far he's doing good. So my brother named him Backpack. He's out of my cow, but my brother named him Backpack, and I don't care, because he's just about the same weight as a backpack.
I think so.
Yeah, it said
at least you can start them early.
Yeah. That was a test. So I planted 18 in the greenhouse, and then I still haven't got the other ones planted. Big surprise. But I'm going to plant some outside to see how they do. It says it's the cold weather crop, but I don't know how well it will do in the heat, or it's a cooler weather crop. I don't know. Like, if I can keep them alive into July, I don't know. It's just a test, and the seeds were given to us last year at HOA, so I'm experimenting.
Hello, Move North Homestead.
Hi. But yeah, that's just the peas are just a test, and we like peas, so I'm excited to get to see what those are like, how they grow here. Okay, so let's see, what's another picture of backpack. Okay, so this is out our kitchen window, but it's hard to see. I think it was the kitchen. Anyway, it's out one of our windows, but there's my my Brockle and my Pearl. Brockle's the brown cow and Pearl's the black and white one, but they're mother and daughter. And I wanted to get a picture of that just to show my dad, because I said a while ago, oh, Brockle and Pearl are almost always together. And he's like, I never see them together. So I had to get that picture just to show my dad. And then this is the picture for Leanna. This is she'll be 16 the end of this month. But let's see, I think I decided it was her. Let's see, it's her aunt that had the prolapses when she was still here, and now she's 16, and the first time she calved, she had a set of twins, and she's never missed having a calf. So, and that's where this one's going this year. She was actually supposed to leave a couple years ago because her udder isn't very nice, but the trailer was full, so she didn't actually get on the trailer. Then here's a picture that Nathan took. It was at sunset, the sunset reflects on the pond. Nathan always appreciates how that does that. And you can see, if you can see the trees around the pond. If we have time this year, that's a project we'd like to tackle, is cleaning up the trees around the pond. But there's always so many projects to do, and they never always get done, you know. Okay. Amber, a cow can calve for a pretty long time. I think it was 2 years ago, but it may have been 3 at this point. We had a cow that was, I think she was 18, but she may have been 19. And we were going to butcher her, but because she hadn't calved the year before, so we were going to butcher her. But we went out to the field one day to feed the cows, and she had a calf. It was either 18 or 19, I don't remember. But yeah, so they can calve up until, that's the oldest cow that we've ever had that had a calf. But and I don't know what the record is. I don't know what the record is for the oldest cow to ever have a calf. I don't know, but and we may have actually had one cow that was older than that had a calf, like when I was little. I don't remember it though.
Okay.
I've done a whole lot of talking.
You have?
Yeah,
A little bit?
a little bit.
You can see the camera or the comments there, or you moved.
I can see him.
That's why I don't do these lives alone. I'm not that interesting.
Hi, Howland Skiros. We're glad to have you. You're not that late. We're still on.
We were late too, so.
Well, we had technical difficulties. Yeah, let's see, 14 or 16. Yeah, I have to back up before I can see them. See, she was either 18 or 19, and she really did surprise us with that calf, but yeah.
I think she was 16.
Who? Hope?
Yeah.
I thought she was 18.
Oh.
Or 18, I don't know. She was older than 16. Coral 16. Or almost 16 in 2 weeks. Hi, CJM Farms. We just been talking here. Oh, okay. We were both wrong. She was 17 when she had that calf. So
October 6, 2017.
So she was 17 when she had that calf. So not quite as old as I thought, but still fairly old. Yeah, and I don't know if I answered your question, Amber. Yes, I knit this hat. Let's see. I don't know, this was 2 or 3 years ago I knit this one. I don't really like it, but my black hat that I usually wear, I've been wearing out, so I haven't been wearing that in the house. Because I don't want to...
We've been trying to keep outside stuff out and inside stuff in.
They're talking about incubators.
I know, I want one really bad now. I've been wanting one, but
yeah,
we've been
looking at them for probably like 5 years or 6 or something. Ever since we got chickens, it's been like it's so cool. I mean, to watch baby chicks hatch online, I can only imagine what it'd be like to actually have them in the incubator and watch them in person. And I think Farm Kid 1 would enjoy it in a couple years. Not yet, but
so we should become good at it first.
I don't know.
We do other things that we're not good at.
Oh yeah, I guess. Well, I was doing pretty good yesterday. We got I've never. Okay, I can't say that. When I was like 7 or 8 or something, I helped my aunt sew a couple pillows or pillowcases, but that was a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure she did most of the sewing. So anyway, last Monday, I'm pretty sure it was Monday, Nathan decided that he was going to make, or maybe it was Friday, or 2 Fridays, or whatever. I don't know. It's either this Monday or the Friday before that. I'm not sure. But Nathan decided he was going to start making masks. So I did, as it usually happens around here, when one of us starts a project, the other one gets dragged into it. So I started helping him, and actually that was, I learned how to sew. So I was doing pretty good. This is the 4th one we've made. This is the 4th finished one, but you can see that it's got different inside fabric. It's the same color, or it's the same fabric or pattern, just different. So we were doing pretty good. And so this was number 4. I got that one finished up 2 nights ago, and then yesterday we had 6 more masks in the same pattern. But We got them all to the final step, and I was finishing this one, and the sewing machine stopped working. And we can't figure out why it's not working. Nathan took it apart and oiled it and checked all the parts, and we don't know what's wrong with it. So this one's almost done. I need to sew the bias onto or finish sewing. It's where I missed. Because, this is mine. I don't know, did you finish one by yourself?
The first one I did almost all by myself.
So, this is only the fourth. I don't even know if you can call this a complete project, one mask. I don't know. But this is my fourth one that I sewed, and so I'm still learning.
Hopefully we can borrow a different sewing machine today.
Yeah, I gotta go ask
go buy one because
I got this one's probably wearable because it's attached on the back. It's just not attached on the front or the whatever. It's attached on one side, not the other. So it's probably still wearable, but aesthetically, I'm not happy with it. So I gotta go see if I can borrow my mom's sewing machine. I don't know if hers works though, because a couple of years ago she tried to buy a new one. But I don't know if she took that back because I don't know, something happened and so I don't know if she took that one back, and she has an older one and I don't know if that one's broke or she just wanted a new one. So I gotta go ask my mom about borrowing hers. I don't know, but it does not like, the sewing machine doesn't like where the pleats are. I mean, it's hard to see, but there's these pleats. It doesn't like sewing that. So I don't know if something,
especially in this fabric.
Yeah, I don't know if something happened. I don't know when it was sewing the pleats on all of these. I don't know, but it sewed all the strap to the mask. I
don't think that was it.
I'm not sure what happened. But the sewing machine, Nathan still has the owner's manual. It was his mom's, and I don't think she probably got it new. I'd guess not. Right? That your mom probably didn't get that sewing machine new.
I bet she did.
But it was from like 52 or 53 or something. So,
it's a vintage sewing machine.
It's pretty old. So, I don't know.
It's got all metal parts in it. I can't even imagine that it just doesn't work. I don't have the skill or knowledge to
Well, you did fix it before you started using it because the pedal wasn't working. You fixed the pedal.
Well, this is beyond basic mechanical ability. It is it needs a specialist that's good at sewing machines. And I don't have the knowledge in sewing machines. I can fix stuff if I can see what's broke. Can't find a spring or anything that's not working, any connection that's not where it's supposed to be, or any gear that's not meeting another gear, or anything like that. So
Nathan just found where there's a sewing place, like a repair shop, a couple towns over. So I'm thinking about contacting them and seeing if he's still working. Because Nathan said it's just like a small thing someone runs out of their house. So if I maintain social distancing and, I wonder if I can drop it off and he can look at it. Because I really want to finish at least the 6 that I have almost done, because it's going to take me like a half an hour to finish the rest of them, and then I'll be done, and there'll be 6 more that we can use, or 5 more, because this one's probably useful, but I bet my mom's similar, if that one, because it's an old one in a sewing cabinet too. I don't know. I bet it's a Singer. Also, I don't know.
As I say, I do not really sew. We've definitely learned a lot in this.
Well, okay, so I learned to crochet like the year after we got married or so, and then I started knitting like 4 years ago. And my next thing, I want to learn how to sew. But I don't have the time or whatever. But I'm like, well, Nathan was off work for those 2 weeks, so we had a little bit extra time last week. So we did that. and I actually like it. I want to learn. How to sew a tank top out of linen fabric. That's my thing. I want to do, because all the tank tops you find at the store, they're so low cut, and then I don't know. I want to make my own, even though I know that's kind of like, oh, we left that behind in the, I don't know, the 30s or 40s or whatever, making your own clothes on a regular basis. Okay, I'm jealous. She has a couple of them. I bet I could find some on Facebook Marketplace, but here in Ohio, well, you probably could have like 2 months ago, but here in Ohio, now on Marketplace, or you can't do garage sales or online shopping like through Facebook Marketplace, or I don't know if they shut Craig's. I don't know, but the governor said you're not supposed to meet people or whatever. It's not as bad as Michigan yet, but it's getting pretty bad. Yeah. Like all this, yeah. I don't even go shopping at the store anymore. Like all my clothes are okay. I bought one tank top. The last time I bought clothes was I bought a tank top two years ago, almost 2 years ago, like 20 months ago or something.
Hey, Freaky Geek.
That was the last time I went shopping. Hi, Freaky Geek. Yeah, I'm wearing all my clothes out, and then I'll have to worry about it later. Because I don't like my shirt is got quite a few holes in it. I'm wearing them out. I had so many clothes, it wasn't even funny. So I'm wearing them out, and so they get too many holes that it's not proper anymore. And then I'll move on to the rest of the clothes I have, and then by the time I wear through all those clothes, then hopefully I can sew good enough to make my own.
Look at Jerry's sweet potato sprouts. It's probably about time to put them in some water and get some roots going.
I'm gonna get a little bit bigger. Probably. Okay, well, I saw M.I. Gardner posted yesterday, like his, my nose is itching again. I saw what M.I. Gardner had posted, what Luke had said on Facebook, and it's like, why can't you buy seeds and stuff? That's so crazy to me. Yeah, I know, I was watching, I think it was the Washington State's mayor or governor, and he was so upset about like Arkansas and there were 7 states whenever I watched it. I don't know if they're still 7, but he was so mad that like you cannot dictate what other governors do. Like that's not the role of a state governor to dictate another state. Like back off. Well, I'm starting to learn how to sew. Like, okay, so I got pretty straight lines going on. So hopefully I can get my sewing machine back up and running, and then I'll be good on my. But I got some fabric, like some knit fabric that isn't good for mask. That I'm gonna try to make a tank top once my sewing machine's fixed. So
yeah, but we are dealing with the problem that our places that we usually shop at they sell at farmers markets, which aren't allowed, and they sell at all of their garden centers, and they already seed started, so those plants are going to be a total loss this year.
No, you can
well, here you can, but
okay,
if those were at the same place where Luke's at,
okay, well,
those would be a total loss.
So I didn't realize you guys could still order. He could still ship. I didn't realize that. I mean, I didn't look into it because
we're not in Michigan.
Yeah, I'm not in Michigan. So, and I spent so many hours sewing yesterday. It wasn't even funny. So I had just seen that real quick on Facebook, and Well, because I tried to join a sewing group for help, and I still haven't been approved for that sewing group. When I woke up this morning, it still wasn't approved. But okay, so I guess that makes me feel a little bit better that you guys can still order seeds. Okay, so let's see. Freaky Geek, I started knitting a sweater last year in November for Farm Kid 1, and I almost got done, but then I didn't like the way the sleeves were, and I don't know. So I will knit myself a sweater eventually, but sewing seems like it'd probably be faster once you could get the hang of it. Especially like tank tops. Now I want to knit myself a linen t-shirt, but I haven't got to the point where I'm knitting myself garments. I'm gonna try to start with Farm Kid 1 because, little one garments take less knitting than, and I don't know, maybe also a tank top. Well, it was a bottom up sweater, so I got the body done up until the armpits, and then I knit the sleeves. But it was now I know this is gonna sound weird to non-knitters. It was a lice stitch. So I knit the sleeves with the lice stitch, but then I was worried about fingers getting caught in that. So then I need to reknit the sleeves just in the brown fabric or the brown yarn that I'm using, and then I'll pick up the stitches to attach the sleeves and all that, and then I'll knit the yoke. I hadn't thought about it, but yes, I guess that is true.
Get stuck in the pits.
Yeah, I could do that too. Make a fist. I hadn't thought about that, but I already ripped them out. I ripped them out like, I don't know, probably
See, I don't even
2 months ago.
I know you were working on it, but I don't remember ever seeing it after you were upset about the sleeves, and so
I showed you, I think, but I already ripped them out, so I don't know.
So you just need to start it again.
Yeah. Well, and I wasn't super happy with the way the increases, because you knit the cuff and then you started increasing for the sleeve, and I wasn't super happy with how the color work was looking on the inseam, or what would have been the inseam. I wasn't happy with how that looked, so I don't know.
Hi, Jim.
Yeah, hi Jim. I can't put a picture to your face because I've never seen you on camera.
I feel like clothes would be really hard because these don't have to fit particularly well. That's what the nice long straps for. I feel like clothes would be so much harder.
Well, I don't know. Our pastor's wife, she said she told Nathan she finds it relaxing to sew. He's like, I don't see how this could be relaxing. I'm like, well, once you got the hang of it, I could see it being relaxing. I don't know.
Well, it's not. I was gonna say I've been doing pretty much all of the setup for the mask, like pinning up and laying out, and that's not terrible. I don't find the sewing part of it relaxing at all, but.
I'm not trying to make you feel old, Lee. I promise I'm not. But 35 years was longer ago than I was born. It might be time to try again. Yeah, freaky
that
geek.
seems very accurate there.
Man. Yeah, I've never, like, I understand how what you need to do to like, because of knitting increases. I kind of, I have a basic understanding of that because like bust starts, I've heard people talk about those before. But yeah, I mean, that's probably not a good thing to do for your second sewing project, pretty much. I'm going to count these as one, and then probably should not try to do darts on the second project. Probably should do something.
Well, we got to experience these pleats, and I'd never done anything like that before.
Hi, Susan.
I knew how to thread the sewing machine, and what I was trying to achieve as far as tension, but whatever's going on now, it doesn't seem to be a tension issue. So
yeah, well, the funny thing is, Nathan, his mom was knit and crochet, so he kind of had the basics of like how to chain and how to cast on. So he showed me. Well, actually, our one friend, she showed me. She tried to teach me, and then when I was learning, Nathan knew how to start projects, so he showed me. But so I far exceeded him in knitting and crocheting, and yeah, he showed me the basics of sewing, and now I'm starting to learn stuff myself. So I think I probably surpassed him in the sewing too, and I'm thinking that he's okay with that.
Hey, Susan, got you.
Well, that's why I gave up of crocheting for the most part. I still have a crochet project that I haven't finished from 4 years ago. I work on it once in a while, but yeah, I have the start of carpal tunnel, and from working in a factory for 7 years. But so I have the start of carpal tunnel, and I haven't tried. It's probably been like 6 months or more since I tried crocheting. But every time I crochet, it starts to bug my wrist. But knitting doesn't, so unless I knit for a really long time, and then I have to take a break. But you should take a break every hour anyway. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's such a day it would finish it up before not doing any every day.
Why does it really hate the word stitch? I had to approve both comments.
That's probably. I don't know. I used to be a really tight crocheter.
And tight knitter,
but as I've gone on, it's my gauge has loosened. Like I used to be able to knit socks on size 2 needles, and right now I'm using a 1.5, but I could probably go down to a 1.
I'm just looking.
Okay, yeah, I could probably go down to a 1, but the only size 1 needle that I know of is only 30. I think it's either 24 or 32. I'm not sure, but I like knitting my socks 2 at a time on a 40-inch needle. So I have not done the size 1s. And for some people, it's the opposite. Some people, knitting really hurts their wrist, but they can crochet with no problem. It's interesting to me to see how that works. Just everybody is different. Yeah, I understand typing on your phone, Susan. I definitely get that.
Well, now in order to moderate easily, especially in a big channel, they take away our 3-dot approach to check on people that are talking in there. It feel like you need the computer to be able to try to keep up with that.
Well, I would try knitting again, because when I first started learning how to work with yarn. I really wanted to knit. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to knit. I bought a set of knitting needles, and the only reason I brought a crochet hook was because they said to have one to pick up drop stitches. So that's the only reason I brought a crochet hook. But it turned out knitting or crocheting was easier for me to learn for some reason. I don't know. So I started crocheting. But I like the way knitted fabric looks better than crocheted fabric for most applications. So I tried again. Was it 4 or 5 years after I learned to crochet? And I just kept watching YouTube videos.
Okay, Amber, we'll talk to you later.
Bye, Amber. Talk to you later. But so I tried knitting again, and I just kept watching YouTube videos after YouTube videos until I got it, and now I. Okay, so let's see. Do you still have yarn though, Leanna? It's just say it was funny. The only reason we had fabric was 5 or so years ago. We got it in our heads. We were gonna learn how to quilt like a bedspread for our because we had a full size, but we got a queen size mattress. I think that's probably about the time.
Yeah.
So we were gonna learn how to make our own quilt. And that's the only reason we really had fabric is because we had started buying it to make a quilt that never happened.
See, I grew up and I had a twin bed. I know why we started it, because I grew up and I had a twin bed, and I had a quilt that we kept on it. And when we got the full, it still fit across the top. It didn't hang down the sides at all. And we used that. But when we moved to the queen bed, it doesn't fit at all. So we really wanted a quilt again. I like the weight of the quilt, but
See, I think it's cool though that you have your grandma's and your mom's yarn. Now you just gotta use it.
I just say
I have your mom's knitting needle, some of them anyway.
Somebody turned knitting needles or crochet hooks, and we got one of those, right?
Yeah,
Nathan Sampson's still in here. He could start doing that, turning crochet hooks. I think he does have one, at least one on his side.
I think he has a H.
But those are supposed to be a little easier to handle too. A turned knitting needle with a turned crochet hook with a little bit. It makes it a little bit fatter.
Well, Freaky, we never actually tried the quilting. We just bought the fabric, and then it never happened.
It never even got cut.
Yeah, we never cut it.
It's still in bolts in there. I mean, we bought a large section of one.
Well, we bought two. We bought two different fabrics.
This was one of them.
No, well, the blue was. The blue was. The black was just a remnant.
Well, I know, but I think we bought the black to fill on some of it. But yeah, the blue there's a bunch of, and I really still hesitate to cut it up because it would still make a decent quilt.
But I'm not in love with that fabric for my bed, so
well, it's heavy though.
Okay, but if you buy any, well, okay. I guess you could put that on the inside if you really wanted. I'll go get that. I'll be right back. I'll go get that.
What, the bowl? Is that what you're going to get? Oh no, she just ran off. I did that earlier though, so. Yeah, I changed the settings on the camera. The reason it just kept going off is I changed the settings on the camera to shut down after 15 minutes to save power. And I forgot to change it back while we were...
The only reason we don't wear all our fabric is right now is because of But, so we bought these two fabrics. This for the top, and this for the bottom to make our quilt in. But I mean, this fabric, it looks pretty, but I'm just not sure I want that on for my bed. I don't know. We used to have our bedroom painted blue, but I'm just not sure. And then this is the knit fabric. See, we just bought remnants for a lot of this stuff. I saved 86 cents by buying a remnant. But this is the knit fabric that I want to make a shirt out of. Well, I actually should make curtains because
I was gonna say that would probably make really good curtains, double layered.
like this blind was left here when we moved in, and it doesn't quite fit the window. I don't know. And it, like all of our Venetian blinds, they're just falling apart. So we should actually make curtains, and then I don't know. But the one good thing about this current events is that I have learned that I like sewing, or so far I like sewing. Maybe I'll get so frustrated that one day I never want to sew again, but so far I like sewing.
Yeah, we got to start small here. I don't think I think I tried to make some sewing bags one time.
Some project bags for our because he used to knit. I mean, he knows how, or he made it like I showed a couple weeks ago. He made that one mitten and almost another one. So he made each of us the start of a project bag, but that never got finished.
I think we never picked a fabric to go on the inside, and
Yeah.
because there wasn't pre-laid out a fabric to go on the inside. Like I made the whole outside of the project bag, but I never finished it because.
Okay, so it's 2020. I was just looking at this. The date on this remnant says September of 2016. So 3.5 years ago, I was still buying fabric. But, well, for one thing, like we would just go into Walmart once in a while and look at the remnants. That's where this came. But we very rarely go to Walmart anymore. And we generally shop at Kroger's. Sometimes we go to a bigger city and we shop at a different grocery store. But most of the time we just go to Kroger. And they don't sell fabric, so that's probably a main reason why we stopped buying fabric. Is just because we never go to Walmart anymore. And
right now, you can't buy fabric. You can't buy fabric. You can't buy sewing machines at the
Hobby Lobby and Joann's.
Yeah, Joann's or Michael's or all of those are closed, so you can't go to a craft store here. So if Walmart wouldn't have one, if we have to go buy one and Walmart doesn't have one, we won't be able to buy a sewing machine. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's
strange times.
Yep. So anyway, but that's one good thing that came out of.
Well, we could do online shopping. It's not a problem, but
Okay, so I missed this comment. The lead foot. That's funny.
we could do online shopping. It's just I'm not really sure how long it would take to get here. Some stuff is like we've ordered and we've waited quite a while to get the stuff. So I don't know if we order a sewing machine exactly how long it would take to get here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or even if they would ship it at all. Some places are prioritizing all like food items, and so I'm not even sure if we can get a sewing machine.
Well, in some states they have limited. I think it was in Vermont or Maine or something, like one of the northeastern states. They said Walmart wasn't allowed to sell seeds.
They said that Michigan, since Michigan's like that now, their garden section and their seed section in Walmart is now roped off.
Well,
And I think that the flower one is really pretty, but we talked about that for mask, and I don't even think it would work for mask either because it feels like to me you'd have to cut it up into too small of pieces, so it worked really great for curtains or something.
His aunt is a nurse, so I was thinking about making masks for her, but in that flowered material, but he doesn't want to. And I have some other fabric, but I don't know.
I don't like it that you can't touch things, so I don't like to buy clothes that way, although I do occasionally.
Well, online.
Yeah, online. But there are some things that doesn't matter anyway. I wasn't going to take it out of the box, and I can read a lot more reviews online, but...
Well, for like online clothes shopping, I mean, we have to travel a little bit to go to Kohl's, but I used to go to Kohl's and then try clothes on, and if they didn't have my size or whatever, I'd go to the online and get it shipped to my house. But that's pretty much the extent of my online clothes shopping. I guess we bought those Vermont flannels. We bought those online.
Like this.
Well, okay, I don't think Andy's gonna see this. Amber showed us a picture of the mask she bought for Andy, and yeah, it had like something on it. I can't remember exactly. It had something painted on it that when you open your mouth, it opens, or I don't know.
Ta-da. All safe to go outside now. No?
Well, just to go outside, I don't put one on because
we have a little bit of room here, just all by ourselves. So.
Well,
the funny thing about it is, and I probably should just go get one and show you how they had it set up.
But he stopped at the store, or he had to go get gas the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, this is the only. Now it's legal to go. I mean, you can't go into the bank, but like the gas station, it's legal to go in with a mask on. And before, if you put a mask on to go to the gas station, you'd think that you were trying to clean them out there, but." But when I went to Dollar General there the other day, I had to put what Nathan's going to show. I wore that because I didn't have any mask done. And I felt so awkward.
I was going to say, he walks up to the door, and he's got it tucked in like this. He's wearing a handkerchief holder like this, and he's got a hat on. And he goes, "Is it okay if I go in the store? Is there too many people in there?" And they're like, "Oh, it's great." And he just walks right in, and I'm like, this is such a strange time we live in that this is okay, but they were really excited that he was wearing a mask. And
so weird. I don't know.
It is really strange. It's also really strange that it took this to create this in America, because some other countries that's completely normal that people wear masks almost all the time.
Like in Japan, right?
Well, I know Hong Kong especially, but I think Japan's another one that they wear masks pretty regularly.
Well, if you're sick,
because they don't want to get anybody else sick, and it's a courtesy there.
Yeah. So these are crazy times, but. I guess gotta go just roll with the punches here, because it's not like I can go out and stop it, I guess.
I don't know. I gotta grow this back though.
Oh yeah, no one commented on that.
No, nobody did, but it drives me nuts.
Okay, so we've been running meetings for like a church for our online groups, and as soon as Nathan got on the other day, someone's like, "You changed your face." I'm like, he shaved his beard off. He didn't change his face. He didn't go have plastic surgery.
But to be fair, though, I haven't shaved my face. She thinks
I think
have,
she's done
but she can't find any pictures to prove it.
I didn't even go look.
She can't find any pictures to prove it.
I did not look.
That I shaved my face. And I don't think I've shaved it in about 2.5 years.
Oh, that's okay, Freaky. I was just saying that no one's noticed, because like on all the other chats, that's the first thing anybody says about his face. It's like, it's okay. Yeah.
I think I did it last Friday or last Saturday, and the people that saw me in person didn't say anything, but yeah, in the chats, that's the first thing that people say usually. It's sort of funny, but
yeah. So.
well, we've had a lot of fun here, but I think that it's probably time for us to go and get something to eat.
Go water the greenhouse.
Yep.
Well, we don't do the Skype or Zoom stuff every day.
It's about every other day.
Yeah, but it was funny because people who know us in person. Well, I mean, they know him in person, so they see him a couple times a week or whatever. Or in our regular life, not in this
life.
Whatever this is, yeah.
Post-apocalyptic times.
I don't think it's quite that bad, is it? Let's hope not. Hopefully, I'm hoping that
we get to return to normal.
Yeah, like fairly soon. Let's see. Most of the pictures I have are of me and the cows and Farm Kid one. Not you. Well, I don't know how fun it is. Specifically, we've been using Zoom. Nathan's been looking at another one because Zoom's been... I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it for various reasons that I'm not going to go into on here. But he's been looking at different ones. So, but the Zoom, we've been using that for just church stuff. And, I guess we do have like fellowships, which are pretty fun, but we keep forgetting about them. So it's kind of like stressful that we got to remember. Because when we first set it up, like we set a time or whatever, but it keeps getting later and later. So, we're like outside working and I'm like, it's half an hour past the time we were supposed to be on Zoom. And Nathan's the host. So it's like, I gotta remember, and then we forget you. Like, he said something about 24 minutes until I gotta go start that Zoom chat. And then a half an hour after it started, like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be there half an hour ago. So it's kind of stressful.
All right, we're gonna go. I hope where we planted the potatoes, I got, and I need to set alarms. The problem is that I keep forgetting to set the alarm too. I have a really short, if I don't just do it, I have a really short memory on things. So I try to just do it, but sometimes that means that not everything gets done. And
okay, so you're talking about the potatoes.
Oh, okay. The potato video. I shot us planting the potatoes and filmed that.
Potatoes and onions.
I was going to say potatoes and onions. And I really hope you guys get to see that soon. So I'm going to try to work on that. If I don't have to work, and I know I don't have to work as hard on the church stuff next week. So hopefully I can finish that. That was why there was no video this week. We had that video shots and it looked like it was going to be really neat, but I haven't had a chance to finish it.
Well, and what I planted was, I mean, I think the potatoes will be fine, because it takes them a couple of weeks to come up. I'm not sure the onions are gonna work, so that was just an experiment. And it's pretty cold here. Like last night, the low temperature was 30, so it's cold here too. But we had a couple of nice warm days, so we got up until like the 50s, didn't we? Or was it the 60s?
Hi, that girl in the garden. I think I saw you this morning too on a different chat.
Yeah, it was cold enough. Well, actually, it did snow here 3 days ago, right?
I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it snowed twice.
I was gonna say
in the same day.
It was more of a rain snow mix, but yeah.
Well, the snow only lasted for a very short amount of time, but so it was still snowing.
what I thought.
We're only in our 40s here, right now. I think the high today was 50. Yeah, the high today's in the 50s, but we're supposed to be real cold here. It's supposed to rain the next couple of days. Yeah, Sunday and Monday it's supposed to rain here.
All right, well, we need to go.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for coming around and we really appreciate these chats. They're really fun.
Oh, so that girl in the garden's not that far from us. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we'll probably plan on doing this again in 2 weeks. Probably.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet. I really, in my mind, I'm tossing up the idea of even doing this every week because right now we're home so much more. But
I don't know.
and this is one way we get to.
I guess before we leave, is there a time that's better? Because I don't mean like 12:30 or 12 is when we go on, which I know like on the West Coast that's 9, but I'm not sure how many people are on the West Coast. So maybe if we did a little bit earlier, that'd be better. And if someone's watching the replay this far, just let us know in the comments or whatever. But yeah, if there's a better time that works for anybody else, then. Yeah, okay. I was thinking that Highlands Heroes you were in like New Mexico, Arizona area, but see, and that's the thing. Like you at 11 there, you have your chores done in the morning, so I don't know. Oh yeah, a bottle baby. We had one of those last year. Yeah, get that. Are you gonna bring it into your house like Doug and Stacy brought their lamb in the house?
Yeah, well, there's a pro to that. It seems like it would be really easy to remember that it was there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, well, we're gonna go.
So we'll count on at least in 2 weeks going live again, but possibly next week.
We'll give it some thoughts, and if anybody has an opinion on that, I mean, if you'd want to see us again next week.
Yeah, and if anybody can email us or whatever, or put a comment on the thing, our email is on our bio or our about section, whatever it is.
It's our about section on our channel.
So, okay.
Thanks everybody for showing up.
Thanks. See you later. I should have been doing
Hey, you get us control over copyright.
You do?
I don't know. It won't let me end.